Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady.
And I'm Bree's dad, Dan.
And today we are here in Aiken at my parents' garden. And when I was here, I guess in March, we were looking at this bed and some of the grasses that were in here just didn't look that great. And we decided this would be a good spot to really come in and concentrate on fixing the soil with a heavy application of Soil Cube. But we've been really busy today.
Very busy.
And we're tired.
Very tired.
So instead of shoveling all of the soil out, we're actually gonna do the easy thing. And Dad's gonna cut the bag open so that all the soil will come out here, we can rake it, and then we can get this bed replanted for the summer as a proper foodscape. So let's show them how it's done.
I'll show how it's done.
So ordinarily I don't cut my bags open because Soil Cube does this awesome thing that for every 20 bags returned, they donate a big yellow bag to a nonprofit. But in this case, we just needed to get this bed done, and this was the most efficient way to get the soil out so that it is ready to be planted. So now's the fun part. We have a bunch of plants to install, focusing on deer-resistant plants across the front. Although in this bed, there's edges on all sides that deer could come from at any angle here. But for now, we're focusing here the mycrete basil, or the dwarf Greek basil, and the really smelly plectranthus, which is a great ground cover. And then this is the African basil, which is great because it blooms all summer. We do have a bunch of salvias that we got today. And then Mom has successfully overwintered a bunch of coleus that we will put in, and then we're gonna put these bachelor buttons back in. They were actually in this bed, and when the Soil Cube got delivered, had to get dug out. And we're gonna plant some Treasure Island sweet potatoes in. And then we're also gonna do some direct seeding. We were gonna do sesame out here, right? Well, how's that for instant gratification gardening? It looks so much better. Like, there's just no comparing what Soil Cube does. And we've got a good assortment of primarily annuals, ornamentals and edibles. We've got Treasure Island sweet potatoes, some different coleus, some different salvias, a line of the dwarf Greek basil. Now I have some things to grow from seed, and it's just agonizing because there's not actually enough room in this bed for all the seeds. So now we're going to have to do another bed. But we have buckwheat, sesame, Clemson spineless, okra, and my favorite, peanuts. And I'm not going to plant all of any of these, but I'm going to plant some of each throughout this bed. Obviously, the peanuts are focused as a ground cover. Buckwheat kind of going to go into this middle section in between the coleus and the salvias. And the sesame and okra are going to go into that back section that's left open, because those are the things that grow the tallest. And the primary viewpoint of this is going to be from the driveway. So we're going short up to tall. Pretty simple. I know everything will grow, and this is all irrigated. So I know that it'll be like on steroids. So you can see I just scattered the seeds of the sesame and the buckwheat. And before we finish, I'm just gonna rake those in lightly with the hard rake, the back side of the hard rake. But for planting the peanuts, I think this is something that's important to recognize. First of all, you have to have peanuts that have not been cooked in any capacity. These are from my garden last year. And to plant them, you're just gonna crack them open, and you can actually leave them in the shell like this. I find that because I just sort of thumb them into the ground, leaving them in the shell open side up makes it that I don't actually break open the nut itself. Whereas if you put that nut in, you would need to dig a small hole and drop it in, and then you can always just drop the shell in. Either way, I think the quicker way is just to split them open and plant them open side up. All right, watering it in. Well, I am super pleased with how this bed turned out. I think it's going to grow really well this summer. Happy they get to have a foodscape right here along their driveway, and I look forward to sharing updates with all of you from this bed and their entire garden throughout the upcoming summer season. If you found this video to be helpful, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to the Bree the Plant Lady YouTube channel for more practical gardening advice. And as always, thanks so much for watching, everybody.